I recently spoke about mining's lack of adaptive capacity. That's the ability to adapt or change without disrupting existing operations, and what we can learn from other industries that have faced this challenge in the past. Today, though, we need to talk about why mining's biggest disruption isn't going to come from AI or commodity prices, but instead, mines are going to be brought down from within. It's not enough to just buy dashboards, tablets, new software, a fleet of autonomous trucks, or even a new processing plant, and expect it all to just integrate with existing operations. People, processes, systems all have to change. Mines will always have people in the operational chain of command. We need to ensure that the people aspect is incorporated into any project, change, or initiative. The good news is that there's already a proven and well-established body of knowledge for this. It's called change management. When it comes to managing change, the mining industry underperforms all other sectors by a long margin, except for one metric, and the cost is adding up for individuals, for companies, and now, more so than ever, for investors. The writing is on the wall, and yet nobody is talking about it. So let's run through the numbers. ProSci is a global authority on change management, tracking the effectiveness of change programs across all industries. Their research provides a global benchmark for change success. If we look at their latest report across all sectors, the picture is one of moderate success. Roughly half of all major change initiatives, 52%, are rated good or excellent in overall effectiveness. In terms of objectives, a similar number, 56%, meet or exceed their stated objectives. These odds are barely better than a coin flip. When we isolate the data for the mining industry, the picture darkens considerably. The story is one of a system fighting against itself. On the surface, the numbers look similar. A change program in mining is just as likely to be rated poor as in any other industry, at 12%, but beneath the numbers, the foundation really starts to crumble. The rate of good or excellent outcomes is slashed from the global average of 52% to a mere 32%. The number of projects that meet or exceed their objectives plummets from 56%, coin toss, to only 30%. And a staggering 71% of change projects in mining only partially meet their goals, compared to 42% globally. Going through the numbers, it becomes both obvious and alarming. The first thing we see is that the change management process in mining is less effective. Change management starts too late and often appears to be an afterthought with no dedicated change management budget. It's clear that sponsors are unclear on their role. When we look at active and visible sponsorship combined with the heavy reliance on external consultants, it becomes clear that you can delegate responsibility, but you can't abdicate leadership. Yet we can see that in the mining sector, leadership when it comes to change is much less effective, resulting in an over-reliance on external consultants to lead and own the initiative. But that just means that when the consultants leave, so too do the results. One change management aspect that mining outperforms the industry average is how they use change aid, but unfortunately this is just not enough, and ultimately the impact of this poorer process is illustrated by the reduced number of objectives met. The data tells a clear story. In mining, the default outcome for any significant change is mediocrity. The most likely result of a project is a partial success that fails to deliver on its original promise. The next wave of change is coming. AI, robotics, automation. This is not the tailwind that the industry and its investors think it is. It's quite the opposite. The good news is that turning these stats around is not hard, and it's currently such a low bar, it doesn't take much to stand out. If learning more about this is of interest, I'm hosting a free live operational briefing on the different forces that are impacting the mining sector and what you can do to avoid becoming another statistic. I hope to see you there.